All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to session number 7 of HIIT SEO. Who's ready to take it to the next level with off-page SEO? Let me know in the chat box, and let me also know how assignment number 6 was. I'm pretty sure assignment number 5 was absolutely great because we had 99% approval this time around. So super excited, super happy for all of you guys here. And assignment 6 was great, says Avinash. Fantastic, went really well. Vivek Singh says he's ready. India also found it to be fantastic, beautiful. It was amazing, says Mallikarjun. Why has everyone not joined in today? Anyway, their loss, not yours. Justin says, I have started getting impressions for keywords. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling indeed, Justin. Very happy for you. Who else is seeing some kind of results, some impressions, some clicks perhaps for their website? Great. Mallikarjun is also getting some impressions. Beautiful. So is Devendra. Abbas is seeing some traction. So is Suresh, Indrani, Daud, Arnaba, Mohan, Arun. Fantastic. Lovely to see such amazing traction, amazing progress that is happening. Mangesh is also happening. Ankita is also getting some impressions. Beautiful. How does it feel to finally see some results? Right? It might not be as big as others, but you know what? Progress is the most important result that you might want to look for. And you know, as Arun says, never thought that we can also do. You definitely can do. And yeah, it's a wow feeling without posting the link anywhere. And feels awesome, says Abbas. Fantastic. Great, great, great. Beautiful, guys. Assignment 5 blog is ranking from 3rd day. Beautiful. Virendra says he has already earned some backlinks, and we're going to be learning how to do that. And in today's session, I think today's session is going to be like the circle is going to get complete, and you'll know why you have been doing everything you've been doing so far. You know, when it comes to assignments and the whole approach that we have taken in terms of SEO, keyword research, so much content why you have created. Everything will tie together very nicely today. And finally, you'll be able to understand, you'll be able to get that 10,000 foot view of why you have been doing whatever you have been doing so far and why some of you have already started seeing some results. Fantastic. So I guess we should just get started because I'm not sure. We have only about around 70 people who have joined it, but I think we should just get started. Who wants to get started? Just type in start in the chat box if you are ready to get started with session number 7, which is going to be about off-page SEO part 2. Beautiful. Quick recap of what we learned last time around. We learned, does anyone want to like do a quick recap along with me? We learned what a backlink is and what else did we learn? Let me know in the chat box real quick. What else do you remember from the previous week's session in terms of backlinks? We've learned a bunch of different things. We learned about anchor text, absolutely correct. And what else? Link quality and link juice. Yes, absolutely. Content repurposing, do follow and no follow. Yes, absolutely correct. Anything else we might have missed out? Did you guys go through the research paper that Google had submitted? Content syndication, absolutely correct. How many people actually went through that paper? Yes, we learned about backlinks. We learned about anchor text. We learned about link juice. We learned about do follow and no follow, anchor text diversity, backlink diversity, all of those kind of things, right? So backlink is nothing but an incoming hyperlink from one website to another website. Whenever you receive a backlink from another website, that is, whenever you receive a link from another website, that is called as a backlink. When you give a link to another website, that is not a backlink. So a lot of people confuse it with that. So that is not what a backlink is. Every time you receive a link from another website, that is what a backlink is all about. In other words, that website is basically voting in favor of your content, saying that, hey, you know what? I believe that this particular website is authoritative, or this piece of content is authoritative, credible enough for people to actually find it useful, valuable, and everything else in between. That is what is happening when it comes to a backlink, right? And this is how a backlink would look like. In HTML, the main two important elements of a backlink is obviously the URL itself and the anchor text, the text that wraps around the link itself. So that is what a backlink is all about. Now, in today's session, what we are going to be learning is how to build backlinks. Now, we learned how to do that in the last session, a little bit of it. That's probably one of the easiest ways to do it. But if you have to look at just link building, there are primarily four ways in which you can do it. Number one, earn them. Number two, create them. Number three, buy them. Number four, make them. Now, the way I have listed it is it has a hierarchy. So it is the least riskiest to the most riskiest. Okay. And which is exactly why I've placed it like that. Least riskiest is earning them. Most riskiest is making them, right? You'll know everything about all of these different kind of things. But the reason why I'm showing you all of these things at the end of the day is because all of these ways of building backlinks actually work, right? At the end of the day, it actually works, but it all boils down to the level of risk you're willing to take when it comes to link building, when it comes to sustainable SEO, right? So ideally speaking, the only thing that you should be focusing on is earning the backlinks, right? So we spoke about the example of research papers in the last session, and we understood that, hey, you know what? When a scientist or a researcher is making a paper or creating a paper, he usually cites other research papers, right? So imagine I wrote a research paper and I went around asking people, other researchers said, hey, you know what? Can you please cite my research paper in your research paper? Do you think that makes my research paper credible? Do you think it is going to like make me a credible and authoritative person if I go around asking people to like cite my research paper? Let me know in the chat box. Mandar says a big no, absolutely not, right? So exactly like that, Google also doesn't necessarily want you to go out there and make these backlinks yourself, but that might be a more extreme example. So ideally speaking, Google wants you to go out them and earn your backlinks, right? The more you earn your backlinks, that is probably the only way Google would want you to go out there and build backlinks, basically by earning these backlinks, right? So that is what white hat SEO is all about, right? A lot of people ask me what white hat SEO and black hat SEO is. You might come across all of these terms. So the only white hat approach or the white hat SEO approach would be to earn them. Anything else apart from that can be categorized as black hat SEO, or it can also be categorized as gray hat SEO. A lot of people, you know, there is a gray zone somewhere in between. So the black part can like go much deeper into like many more like illegal and you know, a lot of different kind of things. But let's not get into that, because at the end of the day, what we are trying to do here is trying to make sure SEO is also sustainable. It's not just about making it work, but you also have to make sure it's sustainable, right? So let's try and understand, what do I mean by earning these backlinks? How do you think you can earn backlinks? Let me know in the chat box real quick. What do you think or understand by the term earning the backlinks? How do you think, how do you suppose you can go out there and earn this backlink? Great content, quality content, absolutely correct. What else? Well-researched article, delivering value, absolutely. Relevancy, okay. Guest posting, you don't earn it by guest posting. Authoritative, customer-oriented content, delivering quality content and satisfying user query. Okay, great, fantastic. Problem solving, thought leadership. All of you guys are absolutely correct. So, but the most important thing, we'll get to that a little later. So valuable content is how you actually earn backlinks. Now, whenever so far you've created close to 5 different blog posts. Now, when you were going around writing these blog posts, how did you research for the content that you're writing? Let me know in the chat box real quick. How were you going about researching about the topic that you are actually writing about? Okay, Google. Okay, what did you find in Google? Framework rocks. Okay, thank you very much. Say, for example, the topic was, okay, blogs, says Bhaskar. Very good. Statistics and data. Where did you get these statistics and data? Experiences, Khalid. Okay. No, you did your keyword research. You know what you're going to write about, but obviously you went out there and like did a little bit of research from different places. Okay, article from other blogs, yes. Market research, YouTube videos, absolutely correct, right? Quora, very good. What else? From competitors who are already ranking, Anurag, okay, very good. Anything else? Right? So valuable content is how you earn backlinks. And when you were also researching for different topics, you went through different blogs, different articles, different research papers, different YouTube videos, different news websites, your own competitors, what have they written and what have they missed out, everything, right? So you went out there and actually made sure you go out there and collect every possible information about that particular topic, and then go about articulating and creating the content itself. Would you guys agree with that? If that's how you have done it, just type in A in the chat box if that's how you've done it, and that's how you've gone ahead and created your content, right? That is how you go out there and create content. Now, what the reason why I have been forcing you guys almost to go out there and create informational keywords. Everybody remembers the search intent funnel, right? You have the informational keywords and the discovery keywords and the transactional keywords, right? So the informational keywords is what you guys have been going after, right? The reason why I have been telling you guys to go after the informational keywords is because informational keywords and educational keywords are actually linkable and, more importantly, rankable, right? So what we have to do is that through your informational content that you have, the informational keywords that you have chosen, you are able to address small, easier pockets of demand and, more importantly, low competition. Now, because these keywords have low competition and because you have created like very in-depth pieces of content, it makes it easier for you to rank for those keywords without any backlinks. Now, anytime somebody else wants to write a piece of content around the topic that you have created around, what are they going to do? They are going to land up on your blog, and therefore they consume that information, and hopefully they will also link out to you saying that, hey, this is where I found this information from, right? So that is exactly the reason why I told you guys to go after informational keywords, because informational keywords by nature inherently is providing value. Would you guys agree with that? That is why I have been asking you guys to go for informational keywords which are very specific in nature, which has very low competition. That is the most important element, right? A lot of people go just after the search volume, but that's not how you do it. The reason why you have to factor in competition also is because you will be able to rank for those keywords very easily. Now, because you're already on top, you're already solving people's problems, right? Other blog owners are also people that you're solving their problems by giving them, really good information. Because of that, you are then able to actually earn these backlinks. You attract these links to your informational content and pass around the link juice in your website to your transactional pages, or otherwise called as money pages, right? Now, this will allow you to rank your money pages also. If you guys don't understand that, let me explain it with this diagram here, right? So let's assume this is how a regular website would look like. Okay, let's assume that, this website, we are selling, I don't know, mobile phones. Okay, we're selling mobile phones. We have created a website which sells mobile phones, and this is how it looks like. You have your home page, right? And you have a contact page, about page, blah, 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 and all of those things. And then you have the product pages with the categories and all of those kind of things. And then you have the blog itself wherein you are posting your content, right? So as you can see here, link baitable content, right? What is link baitable content? Exactly like how you use a bait when you go fishing to attract the fish to your hook, and then like you catch the fish, exactly like that. That's exactly what you're trying to do with your informational and educational content as well. You are putting informational and educational content out there. Therefore, you're able to rank without the help of any kind of backlinks. Therefore, you're able to earn all of these backlinks yourself. And then what you do is basically rank and attract links to these content, whatever you have created. And then with internal links, you pass on the link juice with keyword rich anchor text. You pass on the link juice to all the other pages, especially your transactional pages, which is basically assuming that you have transactional pages in the future. If not, it's fine, bro. You can like go out there and pass on the link juice for other content as well, right? You eventually optimize and rank for long tail commercial keywords, right? They are all your product pages. You are optimizing it in terms of on-page, technical SEO, all of these things that we have done so far. I am assuming that you would have done it so already for the product pages or the commercial pages. You use the link juice, the links that have been attracted thanks to your content. You collect that link juice, you pass it on to your transactional pages. Since it is optimized already, therefore they start ranking for your commercial keywords. That's how you go about doing SEO, right? A lot of people, what they do, they just focus on the commercial keywords. And this applies to any kind of website out there, right? E-commerce websites, travel websites, business websites, whatever websites you have, you need content for you to attract these links. Because you have attracted these links, you have attracted link juice, you collect it and you pass it around in your entire website using internal links and keyword-rich anchor text. And therefore, you are ranking all the pages of your website. Does that make sense? All of the things that you have done so far, this is why you have done all of these things so far. Does it all tie up together, right? Your homepage also, you are optimizing and ranking for your brand keywords, right? You're optimizing and ranking for your brand keywords, right? It could be your name, it could be your brand name, and all of those things. If you go out there and try to rank only for your commercial keywords, do you think anybody would link out to you just because you're selling something? Let me know in the chat box. Right? Absolutely not. Why would they? You are not necessarily adding any kind of value to them. It is not link baitable, which is why they're not going to link out to you either to your home page or to your product page or to your services page just because there is a product page or service page. What do you need for you to attract links? Let me know in the chat box. What do you need to attract all of these links coming onto your website so that you can capture this link juice? Valuable content. Yes, you need this valuable content, and then you pass it on to the other aspects of your website. Therefore, all of these things end up ranking for all different kinds of keywords, right? So that's how you actually do SEO. It took us 7 weeks to actually reach to this particular point of understanding how we do it, right? So a lot of people, yeah, this is definitely like a climax of the movie, right? Or a lot of people assume that you can just go out there and create this product or transactional pages and just assume that I can go out there and build links, not necessarily earn links, build links by doing all kinds of crazy stuff and assume that they'll be able to rank it for them, but they can't because of this particular thing. Your content is what is going to allow you to attract that authority, RAU. Remember, your content is what is going to allow you to attract. Now, some of you might be thinking, hey, Amazon does not have that much content. What does Amazon have? It's not content, but it has something more powerful. What do you guys think it is? Or you can take any other e-commerce website for that matter. Another brand. Yes, it's got brand. And how does Amazon manage to do that? Can anyone tell me? How does Amazon or any other adds money? Yes, it pours in a lot of money to build that brand. Now, because they are able to build that brand both online and offline, they don't necessarily have to invest in content. But considering us mere mortals who might not have that kind of money to spend on our branding activities, what do? We create content, and that is another way of building brand. Through content, you're developing trust, you're building trust with your audience, which is nothing but your brand, and therefore you're attracting links also. So with your content, you're not just attracting links, you're also attracting branding and trust of your audience as well. So Amazon does not necessarily have to go out there and create content, which is why they don't do it at all. They don't go out there and create content. Neither does Myntra, neither does Flipkart, neither does Airbnb, but a lot of different kinds of e-commerce websites, which are not probably as big as Amazon, actually do this. They create content because they want to build brand. They create content so that they can rank for informational keywords and therefore attract links and then pass it on all of these link juice to the product pages or the services pages, or it could be a home page also, right? So this is how you do it. You just can't randomly build a website and then say that I'm going to randomly build links and just hope that you're going to rank. Hope is not a strategy, right? You need to strategically go out there and build your brand, build content, attract links, pass on the link juice, and therefore rank for everything. Does that make sense now? Whatever you guys have been doing so far is because of this. That's the reason why I asked you guys to choose informational keywords. That's the reason why I asked you guys to write 1,000+ words of content, because you can go deeper. You can provide more value through content. Now, because you're able to do that, you're able to rank much more for broader keywords, attract links, attract audience, attract trust, pass it along, right? So what will you say if somebody comes and asks you that, hey, I want to do SEO or learn SEO? What are you guys going to say after this 7 weeks of HIT SEO? Let me know in the chat box. 2, okay? That's a very nice way to put it. I'll say hire me. Okay, that's good, Anurag. Practice. Connect with Sanjay. Extra points for Khalid. Focus on creating content. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Apart from the fact that you guys can like tell them that, hey, you probably might want to join HIT content and learn how it's done. Apart from that, what you guys need to do is first figure out keyword research. This is why I told you guys keyword research is 50% of SEO, right? Does that make sense now? Just type in MS in the chat box if now that makes sense. If now the importance of keyword research is so much more important, right? Which is why we spend so much time to go out there and find the right kind of keywords. After that, we create very in-depth, valuable content. After that, we make sure it is the on-page SEO is on point. After that, the technical aspects of it is like absolutely perfect. Only after that have we come to the point of building backlinks, right? So this is how we do it. And in fact, we have been following this same process for our clients. And as you can see, just by following the same process for one of our clients, we have been able to rank for 13,000 keywords, right? 13,000 keywords, 593 referring domains, right? None of these backlinks, not a single backlink was built by us. Every single one of them was earned, right? Every single one of them was earned, right? So if you give it enough time, if you actually approach it like this, you will then be able to see similar, if not better results. I'm telling you guys, and believe it or not, you know how many pieces of content we created in total for this particular client, this screenshot that you see here, 24. 2 blog posts a month. That's it. 2 blog posts a month. Over a period of 1 year, we created 24 blog posts, and these are the results. So what does that mean? What is the most important ingredient for SEO success? After looking at this particular thing, valuable content, yes, right keywords, content, keyword research, all of that is correct. I'm looking for something which starts with T and ends with the E. Time. Yes, time and patience. You need time. You need to give it time. You cannot expect SEO success to happen overnight. People just give up too soon. They feel that just by doing it for 3 months, they're going to see some results just by following the same approach. Just 2 blog posts a month, not too much. I'm sure everybody here can create 2 blog posts a month. You guys have been doing close to 4 a month. I'm sure you can easily do 2 a month, right? If you do 2 a month for a year, this is how you can see the results, right? So, and look at all of the referring domains we've got. We started somewhere around here, right? Around like Feb. And in just 1 year, we have managed to get close to 593 backlinks, right? So 593 backlinks, not a single one of them was, we didn't go out there and like reach out to people, nothing. We just created amazing content. We spent a lot of time in understanding what the kind of keywords we need to go after, and look at the kind of keywords that we have gone after. Look at the keyword difficulty, right? This is the information you get in Ahrefs, which kind of correlates with the approach that we have taken, right? Look at the volume, look at the keyword research, look at all of this data that you see here, right? So this is how you need to approach. The first step of actually going out there and ranking for these keywords is keyword research. You need to get your keyword research right. How many people are feeling right now that, hey, I should probably go back and do my keyword research all over again? How many people are feeling that? Let me know in the chat box. right? So the first thing you need to do is identify the right keywords which has low competition. Some of these keywords have almost non-existent competition, but also have enough search volume. These are the two main pillars, right? Low competition, that's probably the first pillar. That's the first criteria that you need to satisfy. Then it needs to have enough search volume. Then go out there and create content, and you keep doing it over a period of time, you will be able to see amazing results like this, right? Which is why I keep telling people that please be patient. Whenever I'm talking to my clients also, first 6 months, right? So I tell them directly, nothing is going to happen in the first 6 months. The needle is not even going to move. Judge me based on the input, not on the output, right? I'm going to do all of these things in the first 6 months, and I'm going to give you everything that is there to do in the first 6 months. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Whatever happens in the first 6 months, bonus. Keep it to yourself. I'm not even going to take credit for that. Whatever happens after 6 months is when I'm going to start taking credit. It so happens that you have actually taken the right, if you have chosen and selected the right kind of keywords, like you guys have already seen, right? So you will start seeing results already, and your clients are also going to be happy. Or if you're doing it for your own business, you are going to be happy yourself. You're going to be like, hey, this makes sense. This is working. There is some movement happening, right? So the more you do it, the better you get at it. Keyword research is very, very important. Does that make sense? Just type in make sense in the chat box. Great, fantastic. So anytime somebody comes and says, hey, can you do some SEO for me? This is the only approach that you need to be taking, right? So don't worry about everything else, but we'll also learn about how to do different kind of things. What we'll now do is we'll also learn how to create this backlink. So because what is also going to happen in most cases, right? So the whole success or the time it is going to take for you to rank and all of those things, it matters on a lot of different factors, right? The niche that you're operating in, the industry that you're operating in, the competitive landscape that you're operating in. So what I would recommend all of you guys to do is supplement these efforts of creating content by actually going out there and creating some backlinks as well, right? How do you do it? There are 4 different ways of doing this, right? Number 1, you go out there and comment on other blogs. Number 2, you then reach out to other blogs or websites to be a guest author saying that, hey, I'm going to create some content for you. All I need you to do is give me a backlink for it. Do follow backlink, right? Number 3, you go out there and create infographics for content that they might have already created, or you create something from scratch and say that, hey, I have this infographic. Would you like to add it to your existing blog? And all I need in return is a backlink to my website. Number 4, there might be certain broken links on their website, which you are going to say that, hey, you know what? I found this broken backlink. You might want to replace it with this same, with my link, because I have created content around the same topic. Now, what we are going to do is understand how to do each of these things step by step. Because what is going to happen in these 6 months, this is also going to be your input. Now, a lot of people might be wondering, some people who might have been like, much more familiar with SEO already, like, hey, Sanjay, why do you have to like go out there and comment on blogs? Because most of the backlinks that you are going to get from these blogs are going to be no follow backlinks. So what is even the point of putting in all of that effort and energy into creating these backlinks when they're going to be no follow? Can anyone tell me in the chat box why it is still a good idea for you to go out there and get these backlinks? Let me know in the chat box why you think, despite comment backlinks being no follow, you still might want to go out there and get them. Balancing, more visitors, referral traffic, okay. Brand awareness, no follow links are also a word. Yes, correct. Good mix of no follow and do follow. Absolutely correct. No follow works is a signal for Google. It is good to balance do follow and no follow. Yes. So what you're also doing, I'm looking for this one particular word. Starts with the D, ends with the Y. Let it be no follow, but it's from authoritative diversity. What are you trying to diversify here? You are diversifying 2 things here. Can anyone help me? You're diversifying two things here. Let me know in the chat box if you guys get it. Let's see. Yes, your link profile. And what is the other thing? We spoke about it in the last session. What is the other thing? Link profile is absolutely correct. Don't type in authority for everything, guys. Anchor text. You're absolutely right, Arnaba. Anchor text, right? You are able to diversify both your anchor text as well as your backlink profile. Does that make sense? Why commenting on other blogs is still a good idea? Because that will allow you to diversify your backlinks, be well within that safe zone of going out there and creating backlinks without actually getting penalized or any kind of stuff that is going to happen otherwise, right? By doing so, not only are you, a no follow link is still a vote in Google's eyes, okay? It's still a vote. A vote is a vote. It might not be as powerful as a vote, but it's still a vote. That's number one. Number two is you're obviously going to use that as a tool, as a mechanism to diversify your anchor text profile and your backlink profile as well. Number three, most importantly, what this allows you to do is it allows you to build a relationship with other blog owners and therefore eventually reach out to them and ask for a guest post, wherein you are going to give content for them and ask them that, hey, can you please post this content on your blog? And all I need is a do follow backlink, right? Now, if you're, say, for example, if you're commented on 100 different blogs and you've gotten 100 different backlinks, all of them are like no follow now. Out of that, you reach out to like 10 people and like 5 people actually respond to you and say that, okay, you can go ahead and create content. So you get these 5 backlinks, which are very powerful contextual do follow backlinks, but you also have 100 backlinks, which are no follow comment kind of backlinks. So that kind of like builds that diversity and it actually allows you to accelerate your success. Does that make sense? Just type in MS in the chat box if that makes sense. So your infographics is an extended version of your guest posting, right? Instead of saying that, hey, I'm going to create textual content, you are saying that, hey, I'm going to go ahead and create this infographic for you. All you need to do is go out there and like post it on a website. And I'll just like, I'll just take like a link in the form of a credit. Or there might be some broken backlinks on their website. You say that, hey, there are these broken backlinks on your website. Can you please go out there and like replace them, right? So now how do you find these websites for either commenting or for guest posting / infographics, right? How do you find these websites in the first place, right? So what we are going to do to find this in the first place is we are going to become some investigators. Okay, we are going to investigate like how an investigator actually investigates a crime scene, right? So we are going to investigate this crime scene. Let's call it a scene. It's not necessarily a crime scene. Let's call it a scene. We are going to investigate it. And the first thing that we are going to look for are footprints, right? So what happens in a crime scene? They always look for footprints. Where did they come from? Where did they go? Or fingerprints for that matter, right? So exactly like that, what happens is all of these blogs and websites, they leave a footprint. They leave these clues behind, which you can then go ahead and reverse engineer to find blogs and websites which satisfy 2 criteria. Number one, they are creating content around the topic that you are creating because you need to get relevant backlinks, right? Number two, you are making sure you are only going to websites which actually allow comments or and have actually gotten or accept guest posts, right? You wouldn't want to like randomly go out there and like try to get backlinks, right? So you would want to actually find this out in the first place, which is why you're going to be Sherlock Holmes, put on your investigator hats and like try to look for these footprints and reverse engineer all of these backlinks. How exactly are we going to do that? Let me open up my I'll be sharing this sheet with you, obviously, like always. And these are all the footprints that is there that allows you to find blogs that allow comments in the first place, right? Then you have guest posting footprints like this, right? You have all of these guest posting footprints. Now, what you can see here, there are 2 elements in this. Number one, you have the keyword, and then you have the footprint itself. Now, what does it mean if the keyword is in quotes? exact match, right? So ideally speaking, what you should be going for is exact match, right? Especially if your keyword is really long, you wouldn't want to use that entire keyword because you might not get as relevant content as you might want it to be, right? So it will be in that exact same order. So put those in quotes plus use the footprint. Can anyone give me a really good solid keyword? And I will actually show it to you guys how it works, and then we can take it from there. Any keyword? Give like a proper keyword, guys. You guys have done so much keyword research. Come on. Okay, how to reduce income tax. Okay, let's go for how to reduce income tax. Okay. Anytime I ask you for keywords, guys, please don't give keywords like the ones you're given. Okay. Please. How many times have I told you guys your keywords? And I think I spoke about these things like at least 10 times in today's session. Your keywords has to be extremely specific, long tail, informational in nature. If it's not, don't even bother doing anything about it, right? How to reduce income tax plus leave a reply, right? So as you can see, I've gotten about 4 results, right? So let's open all of them. Is there any other keyword, long tail keyword, specific keyword, something really good? Open up your Excel sheets and then show it to me. Now, why DMS import now? Okay, let's go with this one. How to start a digital marketing agency, right? So this is one. No, this is also not a, okay. This looks like a better keyword. Okay, right? Let's open up all of these things. Oops. What, say for example, this is one of the, okay, not this one. Okay, this one is much better. So this is one of the blocks that I got for, you know, okay, I need to zoom in. Right? So this is one of the blocks that I got, which talks about e-commerce WordPress themes. Plus, it also allows you to leave a comment, right? So as you can see, they have listed out all the e-commerce themes here. So I'm going to scroll down. And there you go. As you can see here, there are like all of these options. Number one, you have the comment, you have a name, email, and your website. Does that make sense now? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a comment here and say that, hi, what's his name? So when you're leaving a comment, make sure that you're leaving a very valuable in-depth content or comment rather that will actually allow you to get it approved. A lot of you people might have, noticed that how many people are already getting some comments coming onto your blogs, right? So what is happening is every time you post it like this, your blog post, your comment is actually going into moderation, right? Since it is going into moderation, you have to stand out from all of those spammy comments that you're getting, therefore, which will allow you to go out there and get it. This blog is awesome, very informative. Thanks for that. The easiest way you can get your comment approved is by asking a question. Do you think I can use for an e-commerce? Right? And then I'm going to put in my name. put in my email, and I'm going to put in my website as well, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave a comment. Let's see if I can see the comment which is in moderation. Okay, great. So your comment is awaiting moderation. This is a preview. Your comment will be visible after it has been approved. But what you need to see here is that, okay, only after it's approved, it will be shown here. Let's see if I can see it somewhere else. Okay, there is no comments here also. So here also, why do you think I will choose not to leave a comment here? Does anyone want to take a guess? This is a good example. So this is a blog. You can leave a comment, but I'll choose not to leave a comment. Does anyone want to take a guess? No website, no ability to leave your link in the comment section at all, right? So which is why you might not want to do it, right? Again, you have leave a reply here. Okay, I'm going to use a broader keyword. Let's see. All right. Okay, name, email, website. So these are all like, these are all blogs where you can actually leave your comment on, right? I want to see some website which already has a blog. Yeah. See, as you can see here, Dave Smith. Okay. So if I hover over the name, can you guys see the bottom left corner of my screen? And you should be able to see the website link when I hover over the name. Are you guys able to see it? Left bottom corner, right? So this is how your website is also going to look like, because you are going to be putting in. So there are some things which are not actually like, has not used the website link. These might be actual, people who have who want to drop in a link, but you can do it. So in this case, comments are closed. So we'll move on to the next one. So there are 5 comments here. So I'm guessing that there is no, okay, there is a website option here. So as you can see, Rohit here has put in a link, unlike other people. Okay, so has Liman Mia here. So all you need to be doing is putting in a valuable comment, putting in your website, your name and email, and you keep doing this, right? So the more you're going to get, the more you're able to actually get this blog comment links. Plus, you are able to build a relationship with these people. Does that make sense? Type in MS in the chat box if that makes sense. Awesome. Right? So you can work around, you can play around with all of these different kinds of footprints. You can also work around with different keywords, broader keywords, shorter keywords. The more specific you want to, keep digging it. The more you dig it, the better your chances of getting valuable, high authoritative websites where you can actually go out there and place a backlink in the first place. Exactly like this, we have, you know, footprints for guest posts also. Same thing with keyword plus guest posts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this here. Okay, let's see. Awesome. So as you can see, you have the herb cottage, guest post. Let's see. Okay, so as you can see, this is already a guest post and it is written by Cindy here. And what you can see here is a contextual do follow backlink. Do you guys see it? If I hover over this, you'll be able to see the link in the left bottom corner, right? So what you need to be doing is basically reaching out to this website. So you know for a fact that the Herb Cottage actually accepts guest posts. So all you need to be doing is look for their contact information, reach out to them and tell them that, hey, can I actually go out there and create content for your website? So I'm sure everybody here agrees that creating content for your blogs is painful. Like it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of energy. So if somebody came and told you that, hey, can I create content for you? Would you say yes or no? Let me know in the chat box. What would you say? Right? You'll say yes, right? Exactly like that. But you should be able to, the whole intention of you reaching out to them should not just be content, backlink. It should be you providing value to them. In exchange for you providing value to them, you are getting a backlink in return. That's what you're doing, right? So that is very, very important. So let's see this one here. Yeah. So as you can see, Anne has created a guest blog here, and in the bottom of at the bottom of this article, she has written Anne blogs at www.sumogardener.com and is learning and sharing more about gardening all the time. A place for beginner, blah 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 blah. Right. So as you can see, you are helping this particular website to create content. In return, you're getting a backlink like this, either like this or contextual backlink also. Right. So let's see. This is also a guest post. Yeah, in the author bio. Oh, wow. She has gone ahead and maybe there are links here, but I'm not able to see any kind of links. Okay, there are links here. Life hack, Women's Day. Yeah. So as you can see, she has actually placed a lot of different kinds of links also, apart from her own website. Let's see if there's more here. Anyway, but you guys get the point, right? If you are able to reach out to these people, the idea is pretty simple. Figure out what are the websites in your niche around the keywords and topics that you're creating that actually accept guest posts, and reach out to these people, find out their contact information and tell them that, hey, I want to create this content for you. Are you interested? And in return, all I would need is for you to give me a backlink. Does that make sense? Just let me know in the chat box if that makes sense. Right? So now you figured out how to create comment backlinks. Now you also figured out how to find out websites which actually accept guest posts in your niche around your topic, and then you reach out to them over email or whatever it is. So ideally speaking, I'll tell you again, since we are talking about long-term strategies here, ideally speaking, the way you need to be doing this is identify a bunch of websites where you want a backlink from, right? So what is going to happen, right? One of three things is going to happen, right? One is that they're going to accept your guest post request. Two, they're going to say that, hey, I'm going to publish your guest post, but you'll have to like pay me money. Or three, they're just going to flat out ignore it, right? So these are one of three things that is going to happen. Now, because this is going to happen like this, you are better off by trying to build a relationship first without actually expecting anything from the author. How do you do that? You do that by signing up for the newsletter, following them on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever it is. Build that relationship with these people, and then you pitch them saying that, hey, I've been following your content for so long. It's absolutely great. I feel like I can add more value from my own content, and this is what I can do. You can go even one step even further. You can go ahead and do some keyword research for their website and say that, hey, I noticed that you have not created content around these particular keywords. I can go out there and create content for around these keywords, which will then allow you to rank for these keywords and attract more traffic for you as well. So that way, you are also providing value, longer term value to them, and therefore they will be in a much better position to say that, hey, you know what, that sounds like a great idea. I don't mind you going out there and like actually posting a guest post on my blog, on my website and things like that. And that's how you do it, right? Great. Now, another way of actually doing this, what you can actually do, this happens to me a lot. A lot of people reach out to me and say that, hey, you've created this content. Can I convert it into an infographic? Right? That's what they ask. They're like, can I convert it into an infographic and then like put it to you? You can do the same thing. You have already created this list of the bunch of websites that you want a backlink from. So if they're not okay with say guest posting, they might have some editorial guidelines which you have to like follow and all of those things. And one of their editorial guidelines can be that, hey, they don't accept guest posts. So if you want to like circumvent that problem, what you can then do is that, hey, do you want a very nicely designed infographic in return I just need a backlink. That's it. You can use this infographic as part of your content, which is already there. All I need is just give me a link as credit. That's it, right? Now, how do you go out there and create this infographics? I'm going to like show you an amazing tool with which you can actually create amazing infographics really, really easily, right? So what I've done, okay, let me show you what I've done so far. Again, like basic version of it. Right, this website is called as Easily, and they have like a bunch of different templates, as you can see here. All you need to do is choose one of these templates and like replace the text, replace the images if you want to. It's a lot like Canva, but specifically built for infographics. How amazing is this tool? Just type in amazing in the chat box if you think it's amazing, right? So what I did was I just took like a template which is called as timeline, right? So you can go here and like click on timeline, look for timeline, and you'll be able to see this particular template. Yeah, this is the template that I used, right? So I use this template to create something like this. So all you need to do is go out there and like replace all of this text, right? I've gone ahead, replace this text, and like it's very easy to do it. All you need to do is double click on it. If you want to change the text here or you want to change the elements here, feel free to go about there and doing it. But all you need to do, this is how the actual template would look like. This is how it would look like. All you need to do is either if you want to replace these images, you can do that by actually like, looking at the graphics here. They have all the icons, they have photos here, they have animations. You can upload your own if you want to. If you want to change the text, you can change the text also, your position, opacity, and all of those things. If you want to change the background, you can do that also. Say, for example, if you want to use this background, so I think there is an overlay already, which is why it's not showing. So you can use different templates here. You can use charts if you want to. All of these things you can add into this infographic, and all you need to do is then click on share and like download it as a PDF, and then say that, hey, can I actually go out there and create this infographic for you? And all you need to do is post it on a blog, and in return, please give me a backlink, right? How amazing is that? So what you're doing is you're not even creating content, you're repurposing their content. You can do the same thing for your content as well. What you can also go out there and repurpose your own content and say that, hey, I have created this amazing infographic around this particular topic. Would you be interested in posting this on your website or your blog? Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat box. Just type in infographic for, or rather info, right? So another way of doing it is broken. How many people are learning something new? Let me know in the chat box. People find all of this very interesting, fascinating. Learning new from day one. Okay, great, fantastic. Right. So what also you can do is you can go out there and figure out if there are any broken links on this website, right? So what are broken links? They might have actually posted links to other websites, but that website might not be like renewed, or that page might not exist anymore. So many things can happen, right? Which means that it's actually a broken link. So what you're trying to do is find all of these broken links and see if you can replace those broken links with your links to the content that you have created, right? So let's take the example of this, the Herb Cottage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come to none other than Ahrefs again. They have another tool called as the broken link checker. So I'm going to put in this broken link, this particular website here, and say check for broken links. I'm not a robot. Oh, look at that. 39 broken links on a website. 100% of them are do follow, right? So as you can see, there are plenty of broken backlinks, right? So this Herb Adpedia is actually like, it's definitely is a lot of this is like definitely like amazing, right? Did not expect to find this like this, right? So they have another website here which is actually linking to this website, but obviously 404 not found. So this page does not exist, which is why. So if you're talking something about, say, for example, magnesium, right? You can say that you can reach out to this person and say that, hey, there is a broken link on your website. Or for example, this website also, if you're talking about meditation, you can say that there's a broken link on a website. Can you replace it? It might not provide a great experience for your user. Can you replace it with my link It might be useful for you, it might be useful for me, it might be useful for everybody involved, right? There is another way of actually getting your backlinks. Now, there are two ways of using this particular tool here. What you're seeing right now are all the broken links on the website Herb Cottage, right? So there might be certain backlinks that Herb Cottage might have built on other websites for pages that are not existing anymore. To find that out, all you need to do is click on this here. See, as you can see, there is a Wikipedia link here, right? So there is a Herb Cottage blog post link here, Mother Earth Living. So they had actually linked out to Herb Cottage, right? But they have linked it out to a page which does not exist anymore. So now what you have found is a bunch of other websites in the same niche and industry around the same topic also perhaps, which have actually given Herb Cottage all the links. And this is a solid website. Look at that. It's got like a very high authority also, right? MotherEarthLiving.com. Now you can go out to reach out to them and say that, hey, it seems like you had linked out to Herb Cottage, but that page does not exist anymore. I have a page which talks exactly about that. Would you like to replace that link with my link? Right? So that's exactly what you're doing. So there are two ways of doing it. One, you're finding out the links, broken links on the website in question, and all the other inbound links from that website. Therefore, you're going out there and like getting yourself some amazing backlinks as well. How cool is that? Just type in cool in the chat box if you found this to be very interesting, a very really good websites out there here, to be very honest. If you are into gardening niche, I've done your work already, right? So this is exactly what I was talking about, you becoming an investigator. You are trying to find all of these loopholes, all of these places where you can go out there and like get yourself some backlinks. So the first part is basically these are all the broken links on the website herbcottage.com, right, Sanjeev? These are all the broken links. So they might have linked out to other websites which might not exist anymore or pages that might not exist anymore. You can reach out to Herb Cottage itself and say that, hey, can you replace these links with my links? Or rather, and you can also look for other websites which have linked to Herb Cottage, but Herb Cottage, that page does not exist anymore. So you can go reach out to all of these kind of things, all of these websites and say that, hey, you're linked out to this particular website. Do you actually want to replace it with a link to my website? Got it? Right? Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but all you need to be doing is investigating all of these kind of things. And therefore, identifying different opportunities for yourself, right? As a link, this is what a link building campaign would look like for different websites. Number one, obviously, keeping aside the part where you're creating content on all of those things, parallelly, this is what you should be doing. You should be looking for websites where you can place your comments. You should be looking for websites where you can reach out to and like get guest posts from. You should be looking for broken links on different websites and reaching out to them and saying that, hey, do you want to replace it? All of these things, right? Once you do it, you'll then be able to slowly start building really high quality backlinks for your website. And therefore, you'll be able to like get like really high quality links, right? So now you know how to create these backlinks, how to earn these backlinks. Now let's find out how to buy these backlinks. I'm going to show you a couple of websites where you can actually get really high quality backlinks, even if you don't want to like do it. If you're client, like I said, fair warning, this is going to be risky. So only if you are going to be like actually, willing to take that risk of buying these backlinks, and if something going wrong, then only then please go ahead and do it. Otherwise, please don't do it. Okay. So again, having said that, it's pretty safe. It's not that risky also, but if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it at all. But regardless, I'm going to show you how to do it. So Digpo is pretty safe. I'll tell you what I mean by that. So there are many websites like this, right? So SEO Butler is one of them. So let's look at guest posts, right? So they have a list of all the websites. Here you're just like not going out there and trying to look for websites and all of those things. You are just going out there and looking for websites which actually accepts guest posts. How many people would like to have a list of more than 1,000 websites which accept guest posts? Let me know in the chat box if you would be interested in that. Awesome. So after this session is over, I'm going to be sending you a link. This was not supposed to be a part of the bonus. So I'm going to give you a surprise bonus of all the websites which have all the contact information, the DA of it, everything that you need to go out there and build this guest posts, right? So half of your work is done. 90% of your work is done. So all you need across different industries, it is listed across different industries also. So whatever industry that you are operating in, you can go out there and like reach out to these people and see if you can actually get yourself a guest post, right? So as you can see here, SEO Butler here has a database of all of these websites in different industries, in different niches, and you can see the price here, right? Each of these guest posts can go all the way up to like $355, $235, $215, $115. You can choose. You will have like different filters also. You can choose based on category. You can choose based on DA, which is domain authority. We spoke about it last time. The max price, minimum price, and all of those kind of things. And based on your budget, and all of these kind of things, you can go out there and get yourself a backlink like this. So there are many, many websites that actually provide this. Also, if you want to get really high quality backlinks from news websites, so this is a great company to go after, right? So they charge about 35,000 to 40,000 rupees, but you'll get like backlinks from really good websites like, you know, Times of India, Economic Times, Mint, Deccan Herald, all of these kind of websites, you're actually going to get it. Like this is a real legitimate press release that they're going to do, right? So you can actually get not only get some press for your website or for the brand that you're working with, but also get some really high quality backlinks also, right? So if your client or you have the budget to do something like this, and if you're looking for some, you know, some press from coming in from really high quality websites, you can go out there and look for this particular website also, company.digpoo.com. It's a great place for you to go out there and get yourself amazing backlinks. Obviously, the press websites are not going to be niche related. It's not illegal. Who said this is illegal? Press release is very, very legal. All right. Next. What do we have? So what you can also do is you can make your own backlinks also. So what do I mean by making backlinks? What I mean by this is that go out there and look for an expired domain name, which used to be a high authority website, right? You're looking for a high authority website which does not exist anymore. So let's assume that, would you guys agree that if it was indeed a high authority website, then there is a very good chance that they might have either attracted a lot of links or built a lot of backlinks. Let me know in the chat box, just type in A in the chat box if you agree with that, right? If it used to be an authoritative website, then there is a very high chance that, you know, they would have actually gotten a lot of backlinks. But now let's assume that that website does not exist anymore, right? That website does not exist anymore. So what you will be doing is grabbing this expired domain name, setting up a WordPress on fresh hosting, put some content on it, and basically give yourself a link. This is what is called as a private blog network, right? So you can definitely go out there and do it. A lot of people do it out there, but it is definitely very, very risky. Okay, so Google has a way to find out if you're trying to, like, you know, so don't do either buying backlinks or making backlinks like this if you have not done everything that has been taught so far in the past 7 weeks, and especially if you're not done, if you're not diluted your backlink profile enough and all of those things, if you're not done it enough, please make sure that you do all of those things, and only then venture into like buying backlinks and things like that, right? So that way you are able to like fly under the radar and keep it under the wraps as much as possible. And, you know, like I said, this is going to be risky. If you're willing to take that risk, please go out there and do it. But, you know, if you want to make those backlinks, you can go out there and buy these expired domain names. So if you want to like look for expired domain names, there is one simple website called expireddomains.net, right? What you're going to do is just come here and say for example, workout. Let's say there are any like domain names in the workout thing. Oh God, since when did they like? Or you can do the search also, or you can actually look at this here and like take a look at all of these kinds of things. WriteMyEssayRapid.com. Okay, so there are like, look at this. They have close to 1,70,000 backlinks to this particular website, right? And it's already like being expired. So all you need to do is click on this and it'll take you to this website where you can register your domain name, this particular domain name. And once you've registered the domain name, all you need to do is go out there and like put some content on it and like get yourself a nice juicy do follow backlink for yourselves, right? So for example, make customized jerseys.com looks like a solid website. If you're in the apparel business, this might be something that might be very good. Let's see if you have some other websites. Oh, linklet.com. Okay. So yeah, this is how you actually find yourself domain names that are either expiring or have already expired. So what you do is you buy these domain names, take the expired domain name, put it on a fresh hosting, purchase this expired domain name, and all you need to do is just spend like $10 for renewing this domain name, right? Which is what, 700 rupees, 800 rupees. You do that, you buy yourself a new fresh WordPress hosting, put WordPress on it, put some content on it, and give yourself a backlink. That's how you do it. So you can actually do that. A lot of people do that, and that's what private blog network is all about. Or you might come across this term called as PBN, or you might have already come across this term called as PBN, and this is what a PBN is all about, right? So does that make sense? How to earn backlinks, how to create backlinks, how to buy backlinks, how to make backlinks, right? Have you guys have I met your expectations in terms of making you guys understand how to go there and building backlinks? I hope you guys have like, I knew it that, you were impatient about learning. A lot of people actually come for only this, right? A lot of people are impatient about learning how to build backlinks, right? So it is important that you know. I could have like spoken about all of these things like in the earlier sessions also, but I wanted to make sure that you do all of the other things properly before even getting into this. We took 7 weeks to get into link building. A lot of people actually, just go out there. Nobody talks about all the things that you have done so far, which is why I keep telling you guys, you're like 99% ahead of most people out there in terms of SEO. You've already done things that most people wouldn't even have heard of, right? So you guys are already ahead of most people. And if you have already like uh, gone out there and like built any kind of links or earned any kind of links, so good for you. But make sure whenever you guys are working on any kind of project in the future, you are going to be like doing all of these things, right? So one last thing I'm going to show you guys. Do you guys know the best source for your backlinks? The answer is right there. I don't know why I'm asking that question. So the best source for your backlinks and trying to understand where to even start your backlinking campaign or link building campaign, they are your competitors, right? When I say competitors, I mean your SEO competitors, right? You look for a particular keyword and you see a bunch of these guys already ranking, right? Ranking for your particular keyword, right? Any keyword that you look for, there are already these 10 websites that are already ranking for that particular keyword, right? So what you need to do is reverse engineer their websites and see where they have gotten the backlinks from. And you basically get a list of all of these websites from which you too can get backlinks from. Your competitors have done the hard work for you. Because at the end of the day, SEO is a game of relevancy. How sorry, it's a game of relativity, not also relevancy, but relativity. Relative to all of these guys, these 10 guys who are already on top, relative to them, how much better are you? That is the only question that you need to answer. At the end of the day, when it comes to SEO, that is the single most important question that you should be answering, right? For you to be able to give a proper, solid answer to that, you need to know, first of all, what kind of keywords are they going after, what kind of content have they created, what kind of on-page SEO have they done, what kind of technical SEO have they done, and what kind of backlinks have they received from other websites, right? Exactly like how you went ahead and like looked for websites for posting comments, guest posts, bunch of different kind of things. You can do that, save a lot of time by actually seeing where your competitors have gotten their backlinks from, and then therefore reverse engineer from there, right? I'm sure you guys would have already guessed the tool that we will be using. Anybody wants to take a guess which tool we'll be using for this? Ahrefs. Yes, the backlink checker tool, right? Say, for example, I'm going to go with the herb cottage itself, right? And look for, this is a backlink checker tool, which you guys have already used in the last session also. So here, what you're doing is you're putting in your competitors. Let's assume that the herb cottage is my competitor here. You're putting in your competitor's domain name to see where are all the websites they have gotten their backlinks from, right? So once you do this, you can see 558 domain names, and out of them, like 75% of them are like do follow, right? So as you can see here, we have David Ronick, yourgreenpal.com, helloglow.co, blogger.co, budgetdumpster.com, motherearthnews.com, thisladyblogs.com, gardeningchannel.com. All of these are like basically like blogs, right? Where Herb Cottage itself has gotten a backlink from. So do you not think that these websites have a higher chance of giving you to a backlink? Let me know in the chat box if you believe that you have a higher chance of getting yourself a backlink from all of these websites, considering the fact that your competitors have already gotten themselves a backlink. Let me know in the chat box, right? So that's exactly what you're trying to do here. You're reverse engineering what your competitors have done. Your competitors have done the hard work already, especially in terms of like link building. They've already done the hard work. So all you need to do is figure out how can you be better than them. That's it, right? So after you've done all of these things, you need to figure out where have they gotten their backlinks from, and is it possible for you to actually get the same kind of backlinks for yourself? If you're able to do that, nothing like it, right? So the best source of backlinks, or to figure out where you should be getting your backlinks from, is none other than your competitors, because they have gone through that hell already. All you need to do is be better than them. That's it. You don't even have to do all the things that I showed you, but you should be knowing how to do it to find out more better websites if need be sometimes. But your competitors have done that work for you. So just figure it out and like make it better from there. Make sense? Let me know in the chat box if that makes sense. All right. Who is ready for the assignment? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay. Now I hope you guys are like okay with creating content. Now that you understand why you are creating that content in the first place, which is why, yet again, you will be writing 1,000+ word blog post and get a minimum score of 80 on rank math, of course, and then find 30 unique domain names. You can't have duplicate domains, right? 30 unique domain names related to your niche, which accept comments. Comment on at least 10 of them. Out of the 30, comment on at least 10 of them and put in the screenshots, because most, what is going to happen, most likely your comment is going to go into moderation, so you will not be able to like actually see whether you've gotten the link or not. So to make sure you've actually commented on them, so once you see that preview, just take a screenshot of that and repurpose your existing content into an infographic, right? You've created so much content already, you can choose any content that you've created already, repurpose it, create an infographic. I showed you how to do one simple infographic. You can do something similar also. You don't have to go too overboard. This is my intention, is to just make you guys more comfortable of creating this infographic. Just repurpose your existing content into an infographic and identify 10 unique websites in your niche that accepts guest blogs, and find the contact info of these 10 websites, right? What I would recommend, which I've not put in the assignment sheet, but what I would recommend you guys to do is reach out to those people if possible, right? Just send them a cold email. See, you might never know. Believe it or not, a lot of people in the past batches, since I asked them, they went ahead and like gave it a shot. What's the worst that will happen? They'll ignore you. Big deal. Move on. Right? Nothing's gonna happen, right? Go out there and reach out to them and ask for a backlink. ask for a guest link, or not ask for a backlink, scratch that. Tell them that, hey, I can give you a guest post on this particular topic. And if they say yes, go ahead and like create a guest post and get yourself a nice juicy backlink. Right. One of the guys I remember, he got himself a backlink from this website called as Hacker Noon, which is considered to be one of the top publications in the tech space. And just by asking, he just got himself an amazing backlink from Hacker Noon, which is considered to be one of the best websites in the whole tech space, right? So you never know. You might also get yourself a very nice backlink for your website just by asking, right? Then make a list of 5 SEO competitors. When I say SEO competitors, look for the keywords that you're trying to rank for. Who are the top 5 people, or among the 10 people, who do you think are the top 5 people? Reverse engineer them, like I showed you guys how to do it, and shortlist like 10 unique domain names from which you two believe can get yourself a backlink, right? And make a list of 10 unique domains with broken backlinks. I showed you how to do that. And that's the whole assignment. It sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot, to be very honest. But you'll be like putting your hands into different things. And I hope it's going to be like a very interesting, valuable experience for you guys. Who's excited for this assignment? Let me know in the chat box if you're excited. Deadline is going to be 12th October, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Cashback is 1,000 rupees as always, and payments will be done 7 days after you submitted your assignment, and everything that you need from this particular session will be updated on this particular link. And with that, we have come to the end of HIIT SEO session number 7. Awesome. Looks like a lot of you people are like very excited to go out there and try this particular assignment. So am I. It's going to be a very interesting experience. You're going to like learn a lot of different things. You'll observe a lot of things. So yeah. So hopefully all you guys will have a great time doing that. How about we look into the Q&A? Fantastic. Okay, let's say Muturaj. If there is no separate blog page and the blog page is on the home page itself, will it hurt you? No, not necessarily. Right? So I just gave you guys an example. So your entire website can be the blog itself, right? Which is also okay. It's absolutely okay. There's nothing wrong with it. So what you're doing is you're just passing on the link juice between the content itself and you're ranking just the content itself, which is also fine, right? Nothing wrong with that. So, but say for example, is there any increment in cashback as we are professional SEOs? You're not a professional SEO, Bhaskar, by the way, and absolutely not. You're not going to be getting an increment in cashback. Okay, cool. Just kidding. So coming on to the question, your entire website can be the blog itself, which is fine. If you just want to focus on the content and rank the content itself, it's absolutely okay. But what happens is that you might come across an e-commerce client, you might come across a company which provides some kind of a service, right, or an agency for that matter, or you might come across a website which is a travel agency or a travel consultant or financial consultant, whatever it is, right? So there will be a transactional side of things on the website, there will be homepage, then there will be the content side of things, right? If this is the case, how do you go about doing it? So the reason why I'm telling you this is because regardless of what kind of website it is, right? Regardless of what kind of website it is, this is the same approach you need to be taking. Does that make sense to everyone? This is the same approach that you need to be taking. Whether it's only a content website, if it is an e-commerce website, whatever it is, any kind of website. Please give example of e-commerce websites which use content to build brand. Philophobia, right? We were an e-commerce website, right? So we were just like selling travel packages, and the whole company was driven by content, right? So we used content to build the brand. We used content link just to use the content to like pass on to like actually sell treks and like bunch of different kind of things. So that's exactly how we did it. We were an e-commerce website too. Just that we were not selling physical products as such. We're selling travel packages. To become better at content, can we join HIIT content? Yes, yes, and yes, absolutely yes, right? In HIIT content, I'll be teaching you guys much more things about creating the content itself. right? So if you guys are interested, I'm starting another batch from October 14th. Would you guys be interested in joining that? Because we're almost done with HIT SEO. So if you guys are interested in joining HIT content as well, it would be like a good idea for you guys to get started with HIT content batch number 3, which is starting on October 14th, right? So you can just continue the same journey because October 14th is the orientation session. And then, by the time you're done with HIT SEO, HIT content will start. And I'm doing a launch webinar next Wednesday. So if you guys want more information about it, I'll be sending in the link. So if you guys have, Mohan has already done it. Superb experience, he says. Got all the 10 assignment cashback. Okay, fantastic, Mohan. Good to see your testimonial. So yeah, if you guys want to go deep into content creation, I go really, really deep there. Like here, I've just shared like one framework of creating content. There, I'll be sharing like 10 different frameworks of creating content. I'll also be teaching you guys about copywriting and a bunch of different kinds of things also. So if you are interested in like creating amazing content, now that you know how to attract traffic using SEO, that will definitely be a great supplement, a great complement to whatever you guys have done. So yes, I'm doing a launch webinar next Wednesday, which is October 13th, and then you'll be like going ahead and getting it. Maybe it's like pretty cheap. It's already 50% off. It's 9,999 plus GST. If you pay the full amount, it's just 8,999 plus GST. So the effective cost of the program is just 3,999 for a 10-week program. I think that's a great offer. Would you guys agree? Just let me know in the chat box. What if I post many articles in a month and not write anything in the coming months? Will it work to rank? Interesting question. So one of the aspects of SEO is how the freshness of the website that you have, right? Or the blog that you have. The more fresh your content is, the more likely you're going to rank for not just the new content, but also the old content. So the more you keep on putting the content, the more likely you're going to get like amazing rankings for all the content that you have created so far. If I delete a particular blog post or a page on my website, is some redirection required? Are these called as broken links and how to fix them? Oh, your first question is, ideally speaking, you should be giving the 301 redirection, right? It's called a 301 redirection, wherein you are saying that, hey, this link is now available on this link. You can do that using rank math. And remind me to send you guys the rank math and the Ahrefs tutorial also. I've created like in-depth videos and like gone in detail about all the features of rank math and how to actually use the paid version of Ahrefs also. So in that, you'll be able to see all of these things. So all of the things that were mentioned, please remind me either on like the WhatsApp group or ask Shreyas. I'll send you guys the link to, if you guys ask Shreyas also, he'll be like able to give you the link. Okay. So just remind me to like send you the link. Please watch it at your own convenience. Won't come as part of your assignment or anything for that matter. That's just for your information. I've gone deeper into helping you understand how to use rank math, how to use Ahrefs, the paid version, what are all the features available. If you choose to like go there and like purchase it in the future, then it will be a great thing. So yes, redirection would be recommended. And if that particular page has links coming in already, that would become a broken link, right? And the only way to fix it is by doing a 301 redirect. That's what you should be doing. I have received few spam links. Are there tools to put up links on multiple websites together? Yes, there are plenty of tools to do that. And that's what black hat SEO is all about, or gray hat SEO, whatever you want to call them, right? So there are plenty of tools out there. I would not recommend using any of those tools, especially if you're trying to build a brand. If you're trying to build just like a random affiliate website, which you don't mind churning and burning, right? Then you can go out there and do it. But otherwise, I would not recommend doing that. You can leave as many comments in a day. There is nothing as such. But yeah, don't try to like go too overboard also. It's going to take you a lot of effort to do that. So you choose like probably 2, 3 a day should be like good enough. All it said sounds interesting, but I don't understand how will they react and how can I manage to get backlinks. I feel so overwhelmed. That's because you haven't tried, just give it a shot. So many people in the past batches, just because they asked, they got themselves a backlink. That's it. Can we get Ahrefs for low cost? You can sign up for their 7-day, $7 trial. That's probably the lowest you can go for. But apart from that, no, it's a great tool. They don't have any kind of low cost pricing options, unfortunately. It is what it is. I would recommend you do this submission for your website only, Royce. It's much more easier for us to assess the assignments. So yeah. When we modify existing blog, whether it'll negatively or positively affect on SEO, it depends, right? So are you completely changing it? So usually, since you're updating the content and not necessarily breaking things that were there in place in terms of keywords, in terms of the approach that you've taken, that's fine, right? It might actually affect positively. So updating and adding new content, yes, it'll definitely affect positively. For instance, I have a backlink from an authoritative website, but that website closes down. Will that impact my link juice? Yeah, I mean, you're not getting that authority flowing onto your website anymore, right? So that happens. That happens a lot of times. Confused about the third task. Can you please explain again? What is the third task? Oh, this one. Comment on 10 of these. So basically, you have to find out 30 unique domain names related to your niche which accept comments. Comment on 10 of these. Out of the 30, comment on 10 of these. Once you leave the comment, just take a screenshot. That's it. Does a revamp of websites affect or negate all previous SEO efforts put on the older site? It's a technical problem. There are a lot of things that needs to be like taken care of if you are revamping the website. So yes, there is a chance of it negatively affecting you also. Can you please brief us? Make a list of 5 SEO competitors. Make a list of 5 SEO competitors. Any keyword that you are trying to rank for, who are the top 5 people? Those become your 5 SEO competitors. Take their websites, put it in the backlink checker, find out 10 unique domain names from all of these 5 websites put together. That becomes your task. How many backlinks do we need to create on a daily basis? See, like I said, you need to be earning backlinks, creating backlinks. There is nothing like that. So also why I said that SEO is a game of relativity. Say, for example, your competitor has managed to rank with just say, for example, 10 backlinks. And if you are going out there and trying to build like 100 backlinks, not only is it pointless and futile, but also can like look like you're trying to manipulate the rankings. So which is why you might want to keep it below around that number itself, right? Backlinks outreach is basically reaching out to other blogs and websites, either for guest posts, infographics, and all of those kind of things that we spoke about, or broken backlinks. That is what backlink outreach is all about. Can you please explain the concept of reverse engineering again? Nothing. Your competitors have already built or earned backlinks. Take their domain name, put it in the backlink checker, which will give you the list of all the websites that they've gotten a link from. That is what reverse engineering is. So just a fancy word for something simple. If we are guest posting on someone else's blog, do we need their permission before giving a backlink to our website? I mean, it's their call. They'll have a lot of websites will have editorial guidelines and policies. It depends on that. But you can say that, hey, this is how or where I would like to get a backlink from contextually. Or they'll say that you can't get that. You can just get it in the author bio, for example. It'll be totally dependent on them. No, don't do content syndication on a guest post. Every time you're doing a guest post, make sure it's 100% original content. Is it website having? Yes, it's website having broken links. That's what you need to be going after. Yes, Mohan, you can go ahead and recreate content and recreate those pages if you want to. Do we need a separate new domain for HIT content? No, there is no blogging website involved at all. It's your call. You can repurpose one single blog post or merge 2, 3 different blog posts. It's your call, however you want to do it. There's no minimum DA, but the higher the DA it is, the better it is for you. No word limit or anything of that sort for the infographic task. Yes, if they accept it, Harshita, go ahead and use it as a guest post. Otherwise, just post it on a convey on the website itself. Okay, anonymous attendee. I'll be sending a link to the launch webinar happening on October 13th, which is next Wednesday. So please attend that webinar, wherein I will be actually, giving more details about the program. Now is not the right time to do it, I suppose. So I'll be giving more information about that, and then you can figure out whether you want to join or not. Okay, but I would strongly recommend you guys join it, not because I want you guys to pay me more or anything, but it's a very nice compliment to whatever you have learned so far. It's a great compliment to whatever you have learned so far, which is why I strongly, in fact, that the program that I created is that I wanted to be like a starting point for most people, right? And then move on to HIT SEO. But since you guys have done HIT SEO, HIT content will be so much more easier for you guys, right? The tasks are much more easier. It's just creating content. So, there's no technical elements like the way you have done here. So yeah, Rashi, same time, same. It's much easier. The time involvement is much more uh, lesser than compared to HIT SEO. What is the ratio of backlinks we need to build for home and other blog posts? Good question. Ideally speaking, try to spread it out as much as possible. No ratio as such, but try to spread out the backlinks to as many pages as possible on your website. Don't just build it to your home page, build it to your content pages as well. All right. Looks like we're done with the questions. I hope you guys had a great time in this session. I hope you guys got to learn a lot of different, interesting, valuable things. And okay, if there are a lot of spammy broken links associated with my domain name, will it affect my website anyway? Yes and no. So Google has it kind of like figures out that these are spammy backlinks. They just don't like accept it, so you don't have to worry about it. Don't bother about getting it from educational and government websites, to be very honest. It's not as powerful as it used to be or as valuable as it used to be. So forget about it. All right, great. I'm going to end the session. I hope you guys had a great time in this session. I hope you guys are excited to go out there and try out everything that you guys learned in this particular session. Next session, we'll be learning about a different form of SEO, and probably the most underrated aspect of SEO, local SEO. And it's going to be very interesting and a lot of new things to learn over there also. So yeah, we'll be taking it up from there. Thank you so much. 10 websites that will accept guest posts, right? So if they have a guest post already, it means that they will accept the guest posts. So all you need to do, find out websites like that and find that contact information. Okay, great. Fine. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Please make sure you attend the Friday Q&A session if you want more information about all the things that we'll be doing. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye. Have a great rest of the week. See you guys later. Good night.